Hi everyone, Pilar here in my lovely box again. I wonder where my next location will be after this year. So I wanted to bring up a quote. He's one of my favorite poets. His name's John Keats. And I don't really know how the quote goes, but he just basically says you cannot judge and you cannot understand unless you have experienced. And I think that is probably one of the greatest things ever said, because it's so true. I really was one of those people that judged, like, firsthand. Like, I used to be against smoking. I used to be against drinking really bad. I used to be really against sex. I used to just be really against, I would judge a lot of things by their cover and just, keep to my opinion and just, not care. But now I try and take everything in, just like, hey, I don't like it, but maybe I could. I try and do that with literally everything I do now. So it's worked out well for me, and it's, so I just want to say, like, you can't judge anybody because of what you think you know, because first of all, you don't know what's going through a person's mind, and you don't know how they feel inside. It really pisses me off, like, when girls call each other whores and sluts or whatever. It's like, what? I want to get, like, a dictionary right now, actually, and read the definition of a slut, a whore, and, like, bimbos and whatever else girls can come up with. And then, well, guys are a whole different story. But, it's just, like, I just feel like if you're in your life right now and you're against something, it's really good to have, like, strong, like, opinions on something and really stick to them. But if you're not even going to try it, just kind of just leave it alone. Like, let's say I hate marijuana and I'm totally against it, then whatever, you guys can smoke, I'll just sit here. But if you're gonna be, like, hated on it and, like, hating on it and just, I don't know, being a fucking asshole, then it's just like you can't really say anything because you haven't really experienced it and you don't know how it makes me feel. Like, does that make sense? I know I'm using marijuana as an example, but that's just the first thing that came to my mind. But, I mean, like, for example, like a girl, if a girl has, like, loses her virginity with her boyfriend and then her boyfriend ends up, like, leaving or whatever, I've heard, like, a girl's own friends call her a slut because of that when it had nothing to even do with her. So, people are fucking stupid, and do not judge, and you cannot say that you know anything unless you have experienced it yourself. And even if you do experience the same thing as someone else, it'll be completely different too. So it's just like, really, just leave people alone. And I mean, you're not going to understand everything why a person does what they do or anything, but you try. So, not being all judgmental helps. So, yeah, have a good one. Thanks.